friends, welcome to Be Learning Club. So we will continue now this Python tutorial series. So in this video I will discuss the Python variables. So this is one of the most important thing in Python. In any coding language, variables are most important thing. How to create a variable, how can you use the variable. So in this video we will also discuss that how to delete variable, the type of the variable, casting of the variable. Variable are also case sensitive, how you make a variable. So what is the rules for create the Python variables, we will discuss also this. And also we will discuss multiple variables, and I will give a small idea of the global variable, but I will discuss this in function. So I will discuss this in details in the function video, but now I will give a simple idea about the global variable. So then I will give you the simple idea of the data types also. So now go to the project folder already have created. So now this is our project folder Python series, and now right click, and now we have to open the code editor, VS Code editor. So now we will create a Python file. So yes, so now we will create a Python file. So here we create a Python file th or nums variable 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 dot py. So the folder name is variable.py. Just delete this. You can see this. So yes, you can see the variable folder of Python has been created. Now how can you create the variable? First of all, just go to the whiteboard. So in mathematics, what is the variable? Variable is store some value. So if we write x equal to 20, so this is a variable. Y equal to 40, this x and y also the variable. So if we add these things, also we will get 40 plus 20 is 60. So in mathematics, these are the variables. So variables store some value. Okay, so just go to code editor. So here x equal to 10, then y equal 20, then we have to print x plus y. Already x store value of 10 and y store the value of 20. So now print x plus y. So both are the variables. So now save it and run it. So you can see this 30. So now I just change it. I just here type a string. What is the string? I will tell you, but at first I just write value value of x plus y. Whatever I write the inverted comma as it is, it will print it. Okay, then next do a comma, then just type x plus y, then you can use your variables. Okay, so now save it. So just delete it and run it. So you can see this values of x plus y is 30. So whatever is in the inverted comma as it is printed here. Okay, so here I also discussed one thing, that is the comment. How can you comment? Comments means this line will not execute it. So in Python you can use the hashtag for the comment in one line. So here just type add x plus y. So this line will not execute it. This is for your understanding. You can write your comment in anywhere in the Python code. Okay, so you can use the hashtag also for the comment. And if you wish to multiple line comment, then you have to use the inverted comma like this. So just type 3 times inverted comma. And now inside this, just type anything. Add the next line x and y and y. Okay, now save it. Now run it. Okay, so now you can see this, the value of x plus y is 30. Because these lines are not executed, these are all your comments on the Python code. So you can use it in the depth of the Python when you are coding with a lot of data in the Python. So you can use the comment features also. So now This is the variable actually stores some value, and now we have to create another variable z. It will store the value of x plus y. Okay, so now you can see, now I change here x plus y. Now I use the variable z, only z, because z store the value of x plus y. So now if I change this to 30, just change this any number. Okay, so now, okay, the value of x plus y is 90. Okay, this is as simple as it is. So whatever you write in inverted comma, it will treat it as string. That means it will not change, as it is it will print it. Okay, so now here I also a string variable like p. P equal, all right, name equal blearn. Okay, now save it, and here just I want to print only name variable. So here I created a variable. The variable name is name, which store the value blearn, and blearn is a string. What is string? What is in the inverted comma, as it is it will print it. Okay, so I just remove this. So name is this. So now just delete it and run it. So you can see this name is blearn. So as it is printed because it is a string and it is the name. So now if I here use plus add x and y and just use z, what will happen? Let's see. This is the string and this is the integer. Okay, so now it will give an error because you cannot add a string with an integer. Okay, so then you have to convert this thing into a string also, then you can add both the string. I will show you. Just go to the whiteboard. So this is a string. This contains your name x y z, and this contains a number 8. This is an integer number. Now this is an integer number, but if you want to add like xyz 8, if you want to print this thing, you have to convert this 8 into the string also. So how can you convert this? So you have to write xyz in the inverted comma also, and you have to write 8 also in the inverted comma. So whatever you write in the inverted comma, it will convert into the string, then it will give the value. Let's see. So just go to the code. Now just we have to convert it, this jet uh, into the string. So how can we convert it? As it is, I say. So now if I want to convert this thing, like just whiteboard where this, then you can as I show you xyz, then you have to write this 8 as the inverted comma. So now here just remove the z and write 8 or anything, any number 90 or anything in the inverted comma, then it will treat as string. So now just save it and run it, then you can see the blearn 90. Okay, so now here we want to add also 80 plus 10. How can we add these variables? So for this you have to convert this z variable into the string. How can we convert this z variable into the string? So let's see. So here just nothing you have to do. Create another variable. It will convert the z variable into the string. So just create z1. Z1 equal str and bracket and just put the variable z. This means z has already been converted into the string. Str function will convert any variable into the string. Now you can use the z1. Z1 store the value, the string value of z. So now print it. So you can see blearn 90. If I change here 70, what will happen? Obviously it will print we learn 80. Okay, so str function will convert any variable into the string. Okay, so now go to the whiteboard. So how can you delete the variable? For deleting the variable, just do nothing. Use del and just type the variable name x and y. Or you can just simply remove the variable. So this is not also so much in use. So now the next thing, type of the variable. So integer, float, and string. So what is the integer? Integer like 1, 2, -1, -2, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100, 1000. These all are the integer value. And float, what is the float for a number? So like 2.5, 2.333, 5.69, -0.69. These all are the float point number. And string, whatever you write in the inverted comma, it will treat it as string. So like name you have to create a variable and put the value in the inverted comma. So this is treated as string. Whatever you put the inverted comma, this is treated as string. If you put 88 plus 30 in the inverted comma, this will also as treated string. I will show you. So now just remove all of this thing. So now create a variable name, name number. Number is a variable. Number will store the value inside the inverted comma. 80 plus 20 plus 10. So whatever you write in the inverted comma, it will treat as string. So the number is, so here just type the number, this variable. So number, it is the variable. So just type here the variable, or you can remove this thing for better understanding. Just print this variable number. So what will happen? So now you can see this 80 plus 20 plus 10. So whatever write in the inverted comma, it will as it is printed. As simple as that. So now remove this inverted comma. If you now want to run this, so now you can see 1110. So now it is the integer. All are the integer. If you print the type of the number, type, type of the number. What is the type of the number? It is float or integer or the string. So now you can see this is the integer int. Int means the integer, class integer. So you can also convert it into the float number. So how can you convert? Just create a variable float float underscore number number equal. Just type float float and inside the bracket just pass the variable number. Which variable are you want to convert into the float? Just pass this into the float function. So number, just type the variable name number. So my number variable is now converted into the float. So if I just check the type of the float number variable, so just remove it. At first just print this. Friends, just print float number. So now and just print it. So you can see the point 0. Okay, so this is the float number. So also you can check the type of this variable. How can you check the type of this variable? Just put the type function and inside the type function just put the variable name. So now save it and run it. So you can see the type of this variable is float. This is a float. So you can add also float and integer, but you cannot add a string with the integer. But you can add both string. How can you add both string? I will show you. So now create a variable first name. Name is Jen. And now create a variable title. Title is Roy. Okay. So now just print this name. This is the first name. This is the last name. Actually, just change it to F underscore name. first name and change this to L underscore enemy last name. Okay, now create a variable name. It will contain the first name and last name. So I have to add these two variable. So just type first name variable, then concatenate means add, then just put the second variable. So now I already add first name and last name. You can add both the string, but you cannot add a string with the integer or float point number. So now print the name, print this variable. So just pass the variable. Okay, be careful when you just type the print function. So just inside the bracket you just have to put the variable name. If you put the variable name inverted comma inside the inverted comma, it will only show the name because this is a string. So whatever you put in the inverted comma, it is treated as string. So for the use of the variable, you have to just put the variable name just without using any inverted comma. So now you can see the genre. So here I want to do a space also. So for the space I also want to add a space here. So here just do this thing because inside the inverted comma it is a space. Okay, now print it. So now you can see Jane space Roy. Okay, now friends just came into the casting the variable. So what is the casting the variable? This is you can specify the variable. So how can you specify the variable? You can specify the variable into a string, into a integer, into a floating point number also. So just here x is a variable and type int integer enter 10.0. This is a float point number 10.0. It will convert into the integer. Okay, so now just y is a variable and just you can type float, and whatever you just write inside it, it will convert to the float. So 10 is an integer, it will convert to the float. Okay, float point number. And now I also variable uh, create a variable z. Here I want to convert into the string str. Just type str and just type the object whatever you want to convert. So like 600 is the 6000, sorry 6000, it will convert it into the string now. So if I want to print a x plus y plus z, it will show an error. Why? Just comment below friends. I already has told you why this will give an error. So supposed you can see unsupported operand type for plus float and string. So you cannot add the string because you if you just check the type type of it, it will give you a string. So just print. So now you can see the class of this variable is string. You have to add only integer, float, integer, but you cannot add integer, float point number with string. You cannot simply add the number with any string. You can add string and string also, but integer and string you cannot add. Okay, so in this way you can convert any variable to integer or float or string. So now after this come to the multiple variable assign. So before the multiple variable assign, just variables are case sensitive friends. So Python variables are case sensitive. If I put the name equal whatever, name equal John, and now another name name, this time n is in capital. Okay, so now just put Robin. Robin. Okay, so now just print both these things. Print first name, then print this variable. First this small n variable, then capital N variable. So now if I run this, you can see friends, John and Robin. So Python variable are case sensitive, so both are the different variable. Now friends, I will discuss the concept of the multiple variable assign. How can you assign the multiple variable like x comma y equal 20 comma 30? So if you read the maths in 2D geometry, this is the point. Okay, so in 3D, x comma y comma z, this is the point. So x comma y, the is any value like 20 comma 30. So 20 30. So this is the point. So like here in Python, you can also create the multiple variables in one line. Just type x comma y, but this is not 2D friends. I will just show this thing as you, if you remember your mathematics or not. So x comma y equal 10 comma 30. Okay, so now I print both the things. Print, print. First I print x variable, then I print y variable. Y variable. So now print. So you can see this 10 and 30 has been printed. Next again I put the variable z, and here I just become z variable. I want to become the z variable as a string. So here name, just now print z also. So delete this and run this, or always save and then run. So you can see 10, 30 and name, these three things has been printed. Okay, so in this way you can assign variables in a single line also. This is the concept of multiple variable assign. So now some constraints are there for creating Python variable. I will discuss it now. So here just remember the rules of the creating Python variables. Variables start with letter or underscore. So you can use any letter A to Z. It is capital or small, it doesn't matter, and you can use also the underscore to start the variable name. So underscore xyz, this is can be the variable name. So a underscore bc, this can be also the variable name. Okay, I just remove some things here. So just remember these things, the constant. Also do not start with a number or special character. So friends, 9 a b equal, if you assign the value like name is Robin, this is not an variable because any variable not contain any number. So variable names only contain a to z, 0 to 9 and underscore. You cannot start any variable with a number. Okay, I just show you here. So just remove this thing, and now if I start any variable with number x, 8x is a variable, and store the value in name. I want to print the variable 8x, print 8x. Okay, save it and run it. It will give me an error, syntax error. So yes, it will give me the error, syntax error. Now if I put this 8 after x, what will happen? What will happen friends? Now here just print x8. Now it will work. You can see this name has been printed. If I put underscore in between this, and now I use this variable, so save it and run it. Now you can see the name has been printed. And now if I use the underscore before x, also this time this will work. Sorry friends. So now just remove this and print this variable underscore x underscore 8. what will happen, friends? It will work or not? It will obviously work, because you can start any variable with underscore, but you cannot start any variable with number or any special character. Like if you start with this special character, it will not work. Okay, so this will give you the syntax error. So you can see the syntax error. Okay, variable starts with underscore and the alphabet. You can use the variable, you can use the number inside the variable, but not start with any number. So you can, just like you can use the 8 inside the variable or the end of the variable, but you cannot use 8 this number as start of the variable. So these are some constant. Just remember this: variable starts with letter or underscore. Do not start the variable name, do not start any variable name with the number or any special character. Variables names only content A to Z, whether it is the capital or the, whether it is the lowercase or uppercase, it doesn't matter. Only content A to Z and 0 to 9 and underscore. You can use these things only to create a variable in Python. Variable are also case sensitive, I already has discussed. So what is the idea of the global variable? Simply global variable, I just give you a simple idea of the global variable here. Now just go to the code editor. So now just remove these things and delete this. So now here just create a variable x equal to 5, and now create y equal to, don't bother friends, we will discuss it in details in the further video. Now we have to create a function def sum, and just define sum is a function, that's like print is a function. You can use the print function, so we will use the sum function, but this time we are already created the sum function. Okay, just sum, like sum. You can use the variable also in the function name, sum of x and y or sum x, say anything, you can use the name. So now just type sum equal, sum variable equal x plus y. Okay, but you already defined x plus y outside the function, it will not work, friends. So now return the value of sum. So here I have created a function named sumx, and inside the function just create a variable sum. Sum equals store the value of x plus y and then return the value of sum. This is the function sumx, sum underscore x. Now just print sum and this function. Print just this function. What will happen? Let's see. Throw an error. So sum takes one positional argument error in this. So friends, can you tell me why this is an error? So if you find the right thing, then comment below. Then what is the error here? So error is you just what you have written here, like sum. So sum, what is this? Sum is a variable inside the function. Okay, so inside the function you cannot use any variable which what is the inside the function. So here our the function name is sumx, so sum underscore x. Okay, so now run it, so you can see this 13. Okay, so Python treated this xy as a global variable. So now you can use, so here sumx is our function name, and just print the sumx. This is the function, and you cannot use the variable, you cannot use the variable which is inside the function. So you can use the variable inside the function, only inside the function, not in outside the function. This is the function name. Don't worry, we will discuss in details about the function in the further video. And our main motive is the understanding, friends, proper understanding. If you want to make the career in ML or AI or anything web development, so proper understanding of the Python is very important. So I will try to give you a proper understand on the Python. Okay, so you can see this is a function Python. So how can you create the Python function? I just tell you shortly. So you have to type def, definition, or def, then the function name, whatever you want to do, function name, just type a function name. Here I just type the function name sumx, then just try first bracket, or inside the first bracket you can use the variables. So if I use these variables like x comma y, so now these variables x comma y, it is used inside this only the function. You cannot use this variable outside the function now. Okay, so don't worry about this, we will discuss in details in the functions chapter. So now I just print this thing, it will throw an error. Okay, so this will what missing to require positional argument of xy. So you have to give the value of the xy. So here I just give the value 30 comma 40. So it will return me 30 plus 40 70. If I put here 90 390, it will return me 430. Okay, so sumx is the function where we can add two values. The parameters are two, xy are the parameters, and here the parameter number of parameters is 2. So just like uh, math function, if you have mathematics, if you read mathematics, then you can see like this: f of x is x square plus 2x plus 3. This is a function of x. F of xy, so x square plus y square plus xy, this is a function of xy. You can use this parameter or variable of xy inside the function only. So in the similar way, you can use the parameter of xy inside the function only. So if you change the parameter value, so if I change 390 to 80, so now value of x variable become 80 and y variable become 40. So it will return the sum of x and y. So now just print it, it will give the value of 120. So this is the 120. So now just this is the basics of the function, friends. We will discuss in details in the functions chapter. So now simple idea of the data type. There are a lot of data type. So a float, string, and data type means uh, list, set, tuples. You can see this. The first bracket, whatever you write inside the first bracket, this will treated as tuple. That means you cannot add the value with inside the tuple. I will discuss in the further video. Okay, friends. So that's it for this video, and don't forget to subscribe, friends, and share this tutorial series with your friends and those other people who want to learn the Python thoroughly. I will make you full understandable. Okay, so thank you, friends. Thank you for watching.